Two coming through the middle. Artie up for three.
Welcome to the New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship 2024, coming to you live from the National Hockey Centre and hosted by the North Harbour Indian Sports Club. Formerly QBT and KBT, the rebranded New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship is the pinnacle of competition for the New Zealand Indian hockey community and the place where many battles, rivalries and victories have taken place for over 60 years. We're here on the final day of tournament where three champions will be crowned, including the men's A section, who are fighting for one of the most prestigious trophies in all of New Zealand sport, the Diane Chan, currently held by Pukekohe Indians. I'm Brad Pittman, and we'll take you through all the action for this weekend's tournament, brought to you by Local Gecko Productions and proudly supported by One Foundation. I'm joined in commentary this morning by NZISA President, Life Member, and three-time reigning champion of the dance battles from the Social, Suresh Wallab. Morning, Suresh.
Good morning. Thank you, Bradley. Hope you had a good night, everybody. Welcome to our finals day. Beautiful day here in North Harbour. Sun looks like it's going to be peeking through quite hard. We've got the lights on just because there was a bit of cloud cover. But hey, this third and fourth game, or fifth and sixth?
Fifth and sixth out here this morning.
Fifth and sixth between Auckland A and Central Districts. So it should shape up to be a pretty tough battle for both teams, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is our first game for the day. As you mentioned, the fifth and sixth playoff in the men's A section between Central Districts and Auckland A. After earning promotion into this year's A section, Central Districts have had a bit of a mixed bag this weekend, acknowledging they ran out of legs yesterday in a game against North Harbour, and we'll have another tough one to get up for this morning. Auckland A had to sweat a countback in their pool, finishing with the same competition points, bonus points and goal difference as Bay of Plenty, but nearly a 2-1 loss, putting them here in the fifth and sixth playoff this morning.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Just talking to the Auckland guys, and yeah, you just look at the stats, and basically it was one goal in it. Could have changed everything. But hey, that's tournament hockey, unfortunately, and like we all know, any tournament, you need to win your first game, and that's so important in these larger scale pool games, where the first game is your most important, I think, and then you just roll with it after that.
Yeah, that's it, as we see the a little sip of the coffee there for Dil Patel, the Auckland goalkeeper.
Yep, just, great athletic specimen. He's had a funny tournament. Dill's just speaking to him. He goes, I've only touched the ball 3 times. And, so usually very involved in games, but which is good. That just shows that his defence is doing quite a good job, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they've had close results, I think, the whole week. Auckland, a 2-1 loss, a 2-1 win on their way here. So not a lot between the sides in the men's A section. To see the teams come out here, Auckland on the left there in the green and white, Central Districts in the grey and green. And I mentioned earlier, they earned their promotion into men's A section by winning the men's B section last year. And they were joined up in the men's A section by North Harbour as well. Yeah,
North Harbour and Bay of Plenty. It's just we revamped it, restructured it, and hey, some may say it didn't work, but we don't know. We need to go back and address it. we just need to work out what we can do smarter, and if you don't try these things, you're never going to know. So,
yeah, and I mean, purely from a spectator's point of view, what it has meant is different matchups, different games. In the last couple of years, the men's A section has been pretty stock standard with your Auckland, Wellington, Pookie.
Correct.
And then whoever else fills that gap. So it has been nice this weekend to see a little bit of a change-up, see the Bay Boys, Central Districts in their Harbour have had some pretty good performances as well. But the cool thing about the tournament is, despite the years and years of steeped history, always keen to improve and assess what's happening.
Yeah, and I think it's great for the it's great to have all teams in the A grade. Like each region, so each ISC has a team in the A grade, which I think is great. Obviously, Waikato a little bit further away with their players, but hopefully one day. But I think it's a great sign to have all clubs represented in the A grade, and obviously the stronger clubs like Auckland and Wellington, with their numbers and playing strength and depth, they've got a couple in the A grade as well. So yeah, it bodes well. It'll be an interesting matchup for 7th and 8th between Wellington B and Auckland B. So that'll be an interesting game. But we're focused on this one here and see how we go.
Yeah, to see the teams out there in the middle now. Looks like CD will have the first use of it. There's their bench going to take their starting positions. Yogeshari, he'll start from the Pine this morning. Had a big game, a lot of work to do for CD yesterday against Harbour, and now we're off here. First game of day 3. Central Districts with the ball around the back. They've settled into a back 3 here with Sanjay skipping one. Again, just happy to show some patience here, Central Districts. Auckland just sitting in a bit of a 3-quarter slide, and now perhaps trying to have a go. Put a bit of pressure on. And they've done well there. Advantage Auckland in that series. Here we go. First attack for Auckland. In the circle they go. In front of goal. And one well cleared in the end there by Milish Patel.
I think Milish plays this hockey up here in Harbour. He's a PCP player for Central Districts.
And out come Auckland. A lot of space on that right-hand side if they can find it. Here we go. A little unforced one there. Kishan Narsai will lose possession out over the sideline. The first little bit of attack shown there by Auckland. Nothing quite worrying KP in goal. And this is a good look here for CD. They got a couple of numbers.
Yeah, hits Patel there. Just
couldn't hold it.
Yeah, just overrun it a little bit.
Yep. Unfortunate, because that was a better build-up than we'd seen in most of their game yesterday. We were pretty critical of the CD guys, just their ability to string passes going forward. So got a little bit better looking. And now very similar shape from both teams here. This one well worked by Auckland. You go up towards the baseline. That one's cut out there by Amanjot. You can see Auckland really trying to stretch sideline to sideline. That's an excellent turn into the circle, onto the foot. There, the work. Jaden Gosha for Auckland.
Did well with the turn there, Jaden, didn't he? Just tight space and just managed to find the collector foot.
Yeah, we just missed that one on the replay. Unfortunately, you're right, it was an excellent turn in under the shoulder and straight onto the foot. So first opportunity here.
There's a good passage of play there, some nice sharp passing, just that running triangle, which is so hard to defend no matter what sort of team you're playing against, right?
Oh, and in it goes. That's Manraj Gill there with the flick, and I'm pretty sure it came off Sanjay Patel's stick on the line. If we have another look at it, I thought I heard a second sound. Yeah. He's just got it close on the body there, Sanjay, and
plenty of power on that one, Manraj.
Yeah, we've seen over a number of tournaments his prowess from the penalty corner, Manraj Gill.
I'm not sure if he was here last year, was he? Not sure.
No, but I think the year before.
Yeah,
Christchurch.
Christchurch he was there, but last year I'm not sure. I didn't see Manraj, but yeah, it's great to have him back.
And now CD sitting in this half court now. Now trying to get a trigger here. Oh, Hitesh Patel. And now CD, they've gone right up, putting some pressure on. Just a little untidy in the press, and away goes Jig Short.
Yeah, it's a good little play by Jigs there. Just knowing that those two players were in the 5, so he made himself another 15 metres.
Yep.
Just got that pass through, just couldn't connect with the ash up there.
And you can see here, it's pretty obviously day 3 of a tournament. Both teams sort of mixing up between this half court and lazy 3-quarter at the moment. Trying to conserve some legs, but also I think trying to compact the field as we see Amanjot.
No, that's not Amanjot.
No, it's not. Right next to each other.
Joban.
Yeah, Joban.
Did well, Joban. Nice tight skills.
Yeah, actually had a bit of Amanjot look about it, the skill work there. They're both up this right side of the field, so look for them to link up together. And now some pressure being put on that wing half. The overhead cut out well.
Yeah, Jane Patel did that well. Nice control. Play to the whistle.
No. Oh, that's unfortunate there for Auckland. CD, they thought they'd won a free hit, and like you said, yes, man, you just got to keep playing.
Yeah, and I think Yash would want to do that all over again, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Just got too far in front of him, I think. But good, play to the whistle, as they say.
Again, it was a nice little pass on the angle from Jig Kishore, and Auckland come streaming forward again. Look at that, leaving players in the dust. And Kesha Narsai. I said he'd made the error earlier up that side of the field. No error there.
That was a great finish, wasn't it? Just nice and flat.
Yeah, have a look at this. It's past Upinda Dada there, and then around the drag. Wow-wee, what a finish, what a goal.
That was outside the 25 too, that run, so you did well.
And I'm going to say, yes, man, there's not many people that can out-drag Sanjay Patel. He's pretty long in his
and he was
tackle.
fully stretched, about 3 metres, a 3 metre speed bump. But, yeah, Keish managed to just wiggle past. The first look at Amanjot for today.
Yeah, there he was, linking up that time with Joban Sidhu. But free hit come in the way of Auckland, who find themselves up 2-0 here. Early doors in this men's A section, 5th and 6th playoff. Auckland A versus Central Districts.
See Keisha's mum and dad out with the little doggy in front of us. Been here most weekends supporting the two. Shayna obviously playing for North Harbour.
Yep. She had an excellent tournament too, Shayna.
Yeah, she's been playing well, hasn't she? And I think we saw that through at Heritage as well.
Yep.
Like one of the standouts, or just really solid after a couple of years off. So she's come back well.
Yeah, and she'll be part of this afternoon's entertainment, of course. The women's matchup a little bit later between North Harbour and Bay of Plenty, which acts as a final.
Well, pretty much is. I think both teams need a solid win to secure it. It's only a point or two in it at the moment.
Yeah. And that one, of course, will be our third game of the day. This one out here, our men's 5th and 6th. We'll bring you the Pukekohe B taking on Waikato in the men's B, followed by that women's match as mentioned, and then finishing, of course, the men's A section final. It's Auckland. Another little bit of an attack here, but cut out by Sanjay Patel. And now at Central Districts. Again, just can't get that possession up over halfway, and away come Auckland. Manraj Gill.
Just didn't really link up with Jay there in that corner. Janish Suka.
Yeah, a bit of scramble defence there by CD, and now Auckland go
wow. That's
over onto the baseline. We've mentioned it a few times here, how well executed when that skill.
Yeah, that was just like a little pop over, wasn't it? There's no room down there, but realised there was a free player.
Yeah, and then of course all the defenders have to wait the 5 yards before going in, and searching long ball there. No targets for Central Districts up the front, so Auckland happy to see it over the back line. On comes the subs for CD. It's a great ball down the line there, picking up Ranik Patel, who just overruns it.
Just a little toe in there. Did well with that receive. Bit of space down that left flank.
Now, S, of course, had the tournament social dinner and dance last night.
Yes, yeah.
And by all accounts, looked pretty well subscribed. A fair few people there last night. How did that one go?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good night. Food was good. You know, venue's always good up there. It's a pretty big venue to fill, but yeah, they did well. How they with the numbers that they had, I'm not sure what the final ones were. It's usually about 500 or so. But yeah, it was good. Good to see a lot of the players out, a lot of the teams hydrating, which is always good, and doing their post-game warm-downs on the dance floor, which was good.
Yeah, warm-ups for some, I think, too. I'm not sure they slept following that warm-up. And they're out here this morning, especially when you got the first game of the day. I think some of these guys would have been there for sure. And now Auckland with a bit of space here. It's a 2-on-3 if they can work it. Just a little bit trigger happy there to throw that one away. I don't think they really had much. Would perhaps rather have seen him.
Yeah, that was Jaden Ghost, so I could have probably just held on to that and gone baseline maybe.
Yeah, he just needed to let some players catch up to him. They'd gone so fast that the midfield was disconnected, unfortunately. And now on the ball, Yogeshari here for Central Districts. A few players up this right side here. If they can connect.
Well cut out by Jigs there.
Again, they come forward with some pace, Auckland. Cleaned up, and we're going the other way. Middish over there. Showing his bit of skill.
I think it's skill and experience, isn't it?
Yep. The two captains going head-to-head there, Middish and Kishan. Well defended there by Auckland. They got numbers around the ball, and again attacking with some real pace. This is better link up in the counter. This is much better from Auckland. Two transfers, numbers ahead, players in the circle.
Good save.
Oh, excellent save by KP. Second shot there by Jaden Gosher, just wide of the post.
It's good build up by Auckland there.
Yeah, I think that was the difference. The first time they just threw the ball across the circle. Second time they linked back up with the midfield and created a real good opportunity. Jigs again, just trying to get in and around that that contact area. And back out and a little bit more traditional back four now, Central Districts. Auckland again, just happy to play that late trigger half court.
I think a bit more patience there would have been needed just to hold that ball for CD. They did the transfer around the back well, you know, and he could have, I think he had time to just hold that and just transfer again maybe, just hold possession. I don't think there's any rush. There's plenty of time left in this game.
Yep. Yeah, and both teams, not really running full press, so there is a little bit more time on the ball here for the back group. So you see now, ball going through, but cut out pretty easily in the end by CD. You can see a pretty strong challenge around that dotted circle from Yogeshari. It was big man v small man, and Yogs came away with it there. So showing the experience again. We talk of guys like Midish Patel at the front, and Yogs no different.
Yep. Jaden not too worried about the size. He's just getting in there.
Had another crack at him.
Gutsy little player, Jaden.
Yeah.
He does well, you know.
Yes.
Stop for our break.
A hooter there and whistle signalling the end of the first quarter, and it's a quarter in the books for Auckland as they found the back of the goal 2 times there thanks to Keshan Nasai and Minraj Gill through a penalty corner and a field goal. That's the difference between the two sides at the moment. They'll go in for their quarter time chat. You can see the Auckland side there splitting up into their 2 separate playing groups, usually a defenders and attackers type of scenario. CD, they're all in there together, listening, of course, to Vijay Soma. And we'll check out some of the first quarter highlights. This is the first goal there, Minraj Gill, straight at Sanjay Patel, who unable to handle it. An opportunity coming here. Oh, very nearly Yash Shah there. And then have a look at some of this skill. See you later. Leave you on the ground. And straight through.
Such a hard shot as a goalie to defend that, you know. Good save there. And just about, Jaden's really in the mix of things, getting himself involved.
Yeah, he's been in and around a lot of the attack that they've had, Auckland. Jaden Gosha there, and the number 5. You see the teams come back out onto the pitch. 45 minutes left to play. Day 3 here of the New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship.
You see Kieran Cheaper down there, just battling away with a bit of an injury, so he's been helping out on the coaching lines, and obviously Bria's manager, who was our trainee manager for Heritage, for the Heritage men, so she did a great job alongside our senior statesman Vanita.
Yep.
So Vanita's slowly handing over the reins, which is great, but it's the start of the second half.
Yeah, of course, and Vanita, well known around these traps, as one of the best managers going, not only in the Indian community, but up here at North Harbour as well.
Yeah, and also involved with the junior black stick stuff, which she's pretty awesome. I've had her as manager when I played, and she's making things easy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Vanita looking after the Waikato men this weekend.
Correct.
Of course, with Ailish playing there. And going to make a quick... Actually, we'll have a look at this action first. Yeah, CD trying to create something out of the quarter time. It's in the mixer. It's untidy. And Auckland breaking away. Look at this skill. Here's Ranik Patel searching. Oh,
good save.
it's your man on the spot again.
Yep.
Suresh Jaden Gosha there in the mixer.
That was a good run by Jane Patel there, and good pass through. But Kieran was up for the challenge. Did
Yeah.
well. I think it's a lot better from coming off that line quicker.
Yeah.
You know, you can't defend that sitting back. You need to come up and meet it, which he's done well.
Yeah, and it's a pretty tough angle on the deflection there.
Yeah.
So really well done. This bit of skill here from Auckland. Love that. Cool and calm jigs there.
Yeah, Jig's got a lot of experience there, so he knows what to do. You know, he's plays it simple.
Yeah, and a Auckland representative, not just at Indian tournaments, but national tournaments as well for Auckland. Yeah, up there, leading by example that time.
Is it Ranik with the drag out?
Yeah, he pulled the first one out as well, Ranik. So look for potentially Manraj Gill, who flicked the first one. He's on the first bracket. They do go to Gill. Good save there by Kiran Pabu in goal. That one probably just didn't find the width he would have liked.
No, just straight at the keeper there.
Great skill on the turn, just missed the execution on the shot there. Kish Nasai. There is Jigs getting back to the back. He's gone on his little foray up the front.
Yeah, I think Steve would have said, "What are you doing, mate? Get back here."
Sideline here for Auckland. They opt to go around the back, still in that back three shape.
Yeah, it's Samani Punga with that free hit. No doubt, I think Jay would be watching. Jay Punga.
Yep. It's a little untidy at the back there, though, for Auckland, and they'll invite CD down onto the ball. Amanjot taking it himself. He'll win the first free hit there. And it's good defence there. Not Rakesh, that's Armani there.
Yep.
Low defending on Amanjot. And not able to link up there. Central Districts.
So Marnie's just part of the Darji family.
Yeah, right.
So he's so Kieran and Kieran's his would you say uncle is Marnie's mum is a Darji. So yeah, so pretty big extended family.
I was going to say, pretty good pedigree on the hockey field too.
Yeah. So that's his granddad's Owen Darji. So that's Peter's brother, and there's quite a few other brothers as well. So yeah, John Darji, you'll see him around. JD. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. You see quite a lot of the family come through these ways, like cousins Sarah. So yeah, it goes down the line. Sarah, Rebecca. There's quite a few of them around.
I think that's something that's been echoed a few times, is the family connections up and down this tournament.
Yeah.
And not all even necessarily in the same teams.
No.
Playing across different sports clubs, and now the shot coming in.
Good stretch.
Good stretch. And that one goes across the front.
Good little good shot there by Yash there. Just not hard.
Yep.
Just making it sit by the goalie's pads with that reflex save by Kieran.
Yeah, I think he'd looked up and seen Kieran was a little bit late on the shift and saw that near side open. And it's an excellent reflex save by KP to stretch across in front of goal like that. Custodian at the back there, Mihir Patel. And they'll win the free hit there through Jig Shaw. Lovely transfer will bring Armani Punga back into it.
We saw a bit of a Marnie at a Heritage.
Yep.
Played really well. Like he was good solid defence, right?
Yeah, and another one of these young players coming on through the NZI program.
Yeah.
And I believe, as we see the penalty corner there, I believe got his first start at Heritage through the Pacifica team as well.
Yeah.
Money.
He did a couple of years back, I think he was down in Hamilton, or maybe last year. Because, Dad Jay is of Pacific Heritage. And Mum Aisha is Indian Heritage. So, yeah, it's a good little mix there. He's... I'm not sure he enjoyed his time at Indian, so it'd be great to keep him aboard. Yeah,
absolutely. We see another penalty corner here for Auckland, their third of the game. This time, second bracket. Oh, and that's not far wide.
Was it the young for Nake Rahul, was it?
Yeah, they changed up, switched up that time.
Number 8, Rahul Nake, I'm sure that was, yeah.
Yeah, instead of Manraj, he's had the first couple of flicks.
Which is good, eh? Get these young guys having a go.
Yeah, well, that's it. And it's also probably a pretty good tactic, considering the first runner's probably looking at Manraj and trying to run him down. You can instead go to your variation. And it wasn't far off. No. We saw that down the line there.
Yeah, Amanjot seems to be a little bit frustrated. I think he's just not... just haven't seen enough of them, right?
Yeah, and I think it was similar yesterday. We know the brilliance that he can add to a side, but perhaps just not getting enough of it yet in this one. See a lot of space here. Here's the young Rahul Naka there. Here's Ranik Patel linking back up with Armani Ponga. Oh, danger, the call there. They can't believe it, the Auckland boys. It was a deflection up in front of goal from Janish Suka.
Yeah, Janish claiming the goal, but not this time, unfortunately.
Here is Amanjot. Happy to go out and around through Yogesh Hari. Great lead pass. Here's Hiddish. You perhaps just would have liked to see him take those couple of extra steps to the circle edge.
So, just maybe wait for some support.
Yeah, or that pass needed to go a little bit sharper across the goal rather than on the near side. Again, easy to say up here, S-Man, as CD get the turnover.
Kayla Schneethan with the steal, but just stick, yeah.
It's probably also easy to say when you haven't already had to play 3 games in 2 days.
To say on the sideline we're the best players and, and we're the best umpires
as
well.
Absolutely.
So, as we all know.
A couple of waves here from Auckland. They settle.
Doing well there, just settling it down.
Yeah. And now comes Kishan. And onto the foot there. Yash just up in the mixer. Have a look at here. Like you said, that was a good settle just to come back out and change the point of attack. And it was Kishan Asai and Yash Shal there.
Linking up. Yeah, just that circle entry looked a little bit too easy, didn't it? I think just catching CD running back and those passes just going behind the bodies there. So.
We have penalty corner number 4. There you go, the upright hit variation that time through Prashant. And now CD, if they can roll things, get some numbers going forward. An opportunity here through Amanjot. A timely breakdown there by Janish Suka. And here's Amanjot again. This time into the circle. And
Joban.
You don't mind a bit of that from young Joban Sidhu.
Yeah, he's quite happy with the shot. He got away, but Not close enough to goal.
No, it's...
That's also mate. Good little smile.
Yep.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, and I think Big Dylan Goal's probably pretty glad it wasn't anywhere near the cage, because I'm not sure he would have seen it.
No.
And Auckland now targeting that left T-bar. Well, cut out there by CD.
And Mishkovin there, doing well. Good to see these young guys getting more of a run. Obviously, these 5th and 6th playoffs, you can give the young guys a break. Just rotate them more, I mean. No Shea Ishwa today. Just managing a couple of injuries, so he's having a rest. And obviously, with their Prem seasons, they go quite long. So, hey, this is just one weekend, and a lot of players got to manage themselves around Prem commitments.
Yeah, and of course one of the premier players, not only of this team but of the tournament, Shea Ishwa. We've seen his exploits at a number of these tournaments and the Heritage tournaments as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of them he is injured for, but he's managed to get himself back on, which is great. He's a great team player and great leader.
Yeah, and of course he's down there in the sheds with the team. He'll be helping out Juice with the coaching, and what a handy player to have in your team talks, Shea. So here come Auckland up around that 25-yard line. Yogesh Hari, some work to do. You can see the sun there really impacting on the teams and on us and probably those at home at the moment. You can see the long shadows. Sun hasn't quite got up enough yet. Of course, with the slightly earlier start this morning, sun playing a big part in it.
So coming up to half-time, about a minute and a half to go. So, first quarter, a couple of goals.
Yeah, and nothing since then.
And a couple of PCs and maybe a couple of excellent saves by Kieran.
Yeah.
Dills hasn't been brought into play at all yet.
No, I haven't seen any of the big man yet. And here's some tidy skill by Manraj Gill.
It's a nice bit of skill, isn't it? Just popping it up and making the goalie do something,
Yeah. Here he is on screen. He's a goal scorer in this men's 5th and 6th game.
And we talked yesterday as well, Brad, any sort of shot, just get it on goal.
Yep.
And sometimes if it's at the goalie, softer the better, because it's got to drop.
Yeah, that's it. And it's hunting on rebounds, especially with these better goalkeepers who do get in the way and are fairly good with their reactions. If you can sit it back in front of them on the rebound.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like with the gear, like with the hard shot, it just rebounds quick, right?
Yep. Speaking of quick, there's a great save from KP. He's had an excellent quarter for CD, up to everything.
As the clock winds down, and it's a hint for you young players, any strikers. Doesn't have to be hard, just get it at the goal.
As we hear the hooter there.
Yep.
And see the Central District's dugout there. They've got a fair bit of work to do if they want to take home 5th place this weekend, and what a huge result it would be for CD if they could get one over one of the A sides after their promotion. But 2 goals behind at the moment, and the Auckland side look like they're cruising a little bit here.
Yeah, I know it's a hard one, and it's a hard one for both teams to get up for. But hey, it's tournament hockey, you got to get up for it. That's why you come to these tournaments.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see,
and not everyone can play the finals.
Yep. We'll have a look at some of the highlights from that first half in just a moment, but first a short ad break. Welcome back here to the New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship 2024. There's one of the faithful Auckland Indian Sports Club supporters there out this morning to watch their men take on Central Districts in the men's 5th and 6th playoff in the men's A section. It's early doors here on the final day of tournament, where we will finish it by presenting the Diane Chan to the winner come 3 o'clock this afternoon. But out here at the moment, 5th and 6th battle, we'll have a look at some of the highlights from the first half between Auckland and CD. This one, a first up penalty corner to Manraj Gill, who put that one away.
Yeah, just that hard, pretty awesome angle there by Manraj.
And this one, perhaps an opportunity gone begging. Right, Yash. Then the captain, Kishan.
That was pretty much a great individual goal, wasn't it?
Yep.
Just midway, halfway 25, and just a nice strong run. And another couple of great save there by Kieran.
Yep. Yeah, we saw some better build-up. A couple more penalty corners going the way of Auckland, but KP had an excellent quarter up to everything in that second. This one, you see the angle there. There was a fair bit of goal to shoot at, and well saved.
He probably didn't get all of that on the reverse shot as well either, did he? Just, you could see it bobbling a little bit. So.
Yeah, the player to make mention of, you just saw there, Jaden Gosher. He was up in everything, attacking-wise for Auckland. This one, just past the post.
Yeah, a bit of power there, which is a good spot. Let's see if you can find it, right?
And then this build-up, Kishan and Yash working together. And the final penalty corner, this upright hit from Prashant.
Get all of that.
No, and I think for those aware, Prashant does love an upright hit off the penalty corner, so I think KP knew it as well and was already down there logging.
Yeah. I think he got a couple at Heritage, didn't he?
Yep,
Prashant?
yep,
He got
Prashant did.
Got a cracker there. I think he did manage to connect a few times.
Yeah, and scored a couple of them that way for Tauranga in the NHC men's last year. Yep, the upright hit off the corner. Prashant, so
it's good to see Yash back up. He's came up for Heritage as well, but he studies down in Christchurch.
Right.
Originally from Auckland, went to Auckland Grammar. So I think he is about 19 or something. Yeah, doesn't. Obviously his size, one of the smaller fellas in the team, but he's mixing it with the big boys, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's it. It's something we've seen a lot of through the tournament. Pretty fearless, some of these young, not necessarily all young, but just these smaller guys going at it. Jaden Gosher, another one. Shea Iswa, like that when he plays. Hurin Mani.
Yeah. Josh.
Yep. These guys that perhaps a bit smaller in stature, but they certainly go for it. And Auckland trying to start fast here in the third quarter. Perhaps they know if they can get one, maybe two more here. S-Man, they might be able to lock it in.
Yeah.
Manraj Gill goes sideline to sideline pretty much, and Jigs here.
I'll be careful of that little tap away. I've seen umpires give PCs for that, bit of lazy play sometimes from players.
Yeah, that's it, especially when there's an opportunity to take a free hit quickly, one-on-one like that. See the entry coming in here is Manraj Gill just having to go outside the circle to control it.
Hell, makes it look easy, doesn't he?
It just looks like he's
just cruising along.
That's excellent.
Yeah,
clean up Mellish. And now Hiddish is off to the races. Turning players one-handed. Still going here.
Needs a bit of support there though,
Yeah, I don't mind the free hit there. Like you said, I think it was about a 2-on-6.
Yeah, did well just to get the free hit, Probably ran himself out of room, but
there's a few times this weekend we've just seen Amanjot lose it on that, lose the handle on that one. And now Auckland go straight up the other way. It's Jaden Gosher. Good patience there, Vijay Soma.
Just that pace, I think.
Yeah, it's the same thing that really caught Central Districts out yesterday against North Harbour, who play with that similar sort of breakout speed that Auckland have here. Kirshen. Oh, and He's
Vijay asking the question.
Yep, he's not sold. VJ thought it was just in and around the hands and handle.
Yeah, the hand. Yeah, it looked like that from here, but hey, we're not that close, you know,
Nah.
so it's hard to say.
Good skill here from Kishan, good patience. Look at him shake two, and
I think, you know, the umpire's blocked by the foot,
Yep.
so you can't.
yeah, just got caught a little bit awkwardly, I think, in behind the stick momentarily.
Munro just back in, I think. He's been off for the last couple, so.
He's on the first bracket here, Manraj. It's a little untidy at the top. Freestyle. Oh, it's one of the better freestyles.
Kishan. No.
And they're going to say it perhaps didn't come outside the top of the circle. I think might be the call there. Kishan can't believe it.
Maybe, yeah, we might get a replay on it.
Yeah, so that's what the call is. It's not gone outside the circle. We'll have a look at it here. It was untidy at the top.
No, yeah, I think it maybe bounced just on the line.
Yeah, don't want to take too much out of that because it did bounce up off the stick, so it looked like it went over the line in terms of the visual, but it was up in the air, so hard to tell.
Yep. Play resumes, as they say.
Yep. Yeah, it's
good spotting by the umpire.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations where I don't think an umpire would call it if he wasn't pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's still 2-0 here, the way of Auckland, midway through the third quarter. Men's 5th and 6th playoff match in the Section A competition. And Auckland with a fairly comfortable lead, 2-0 at the moment, and perhaps one more here. Oh, it's at the post. And Ranik Patel just couldn't get one away. He had probably an open goal.
Didn't need to look the other side. He just went down the left line. Probably the right line might have been okay. But hey, getting a shot away, that's all you want.
Jaden Gosher did really well there on the first shot, but just hit the near side post.
CD's back with numbers. Everyone's back. Maybe just hits. Man lazy there. Man on. Be careful. Yep.
Good timing from Hiddish to re-emerge. And now putting some pressure on. And Jigs out the back for Auckland. Big transfer.
Yeah, CD sitting back here, just full defence.
Yeah, there's a lot of time on the ball for those outside defenders. As we see a little bit of an athletic go about it. There, Ranik being pulled in a couple of different directions. And here again, a ton of space for Kishan Nasai. Interesting there, that tackle attempt from Milish. I'm not sure how it didn't go out over the back line.
Yeah,
it just hooked around behind him.
Went straight back to KP just about. So.
This is something that I've been impressed with from this Auckland side. They go from sideline to sideline really well. And just open up different areas of the field.
Yeah, that comes to patience, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
And guys just playing at high level hockey. There's a lot of these guys playing here in the either North Harbour or Auckland competition. In some of the top grades. So. Milish just happy to send it down the other end, and we'll get our first look at the big man in orange.
Yeah, I think he might need to be careful, probably pull a hammy running it that far.
Yeah, I think he did the most running of the tournament yesterday when he was subbing on and off every 30 seconds in a game against Wellington.
Yeah, I hear that. It was a bit of an interesting call, you know. And you can understand why that's tournament hockey, just the way it works. But hey, you know, it's...
Yeah, not the best looking finish to the game, but as we now find out in terms of goal difference and bits and pieces,
it could have been.
Yeah.
But I think that's, you know, when you're the team doing it, it's okay. But when you're the team not, it's it's a bit frustrating and disruptive for the team play. But, you know, you put yourself in the same position as a team. Would you do the same thing? Probably yes, you know, because the rules allow you to do it.
Yeah, that's it. And every every move you make is to try and get a competitive advantage.
Correct. And one goal, you know.
Well, that's it. It was the one goal that could have put them in the bronze medal match, or potentially further than that with a bonus point. All things. So here we go. Here's a nice shot. And Big Dill. Well, he's probably been a little bit cold for the first 35, 40 minutes of it, and it's a young man there, Joban Sidhu on the reverse.
I think it was a quick shot that surprised him.
Turn.
Snipping the inside post.
Yep. Not a lot of room to work with there, but he threads it, and just like that.
Game on again.
Yeah, 2-1. Joban Sidhu with the field goal.
That was a good finish, eh? Just didn't panic. Probably had a lot of time there.
Yeah, it was, I think I mentioned one yesterday. One of those rare times where you actually do like to see a player pull it onto their reverse. As we see a green card here going the way of Jig for that breakdown on Amanjot. And now CD, well, they've seemed to have found the bag of confidence here. And a second shot. Oh. Nice. Saved by Big Dill. He's awake now. He has to be. Glad that coffee's kicked in. And CD, perhaps an opportunity to, on the back of that goal.
Yeah, just a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's sometimes what you need to break the game, because it has been a quiet second quarter, and this third quarter's started off slow, but the last 10 minutes, CD work, sort of finding their way into the game.
And it's one of those difficult things. You'll know, S-Man as a goalkeeper, when you've probably only had one run out to the corner to collect the ball in the first 40 minutes, to then be asked to stretch out and make a save.
Yeah.
Can be tough. As much as you don't like having to make too many saves, a little bit of regularity is sometimes nice. And Auckland now just the one goal lead, and it's that awkwardly uncomfortable lead.
Yes. As you see CD pressing up a bit. Still a bit too bunched in the middle there, I think, CD, but as they spread a bit.
Yeah, Midish wins it. Links up with Amanjot. He's got Yogs with him. Uses Yogs. He's got to get on his bike. And weighted ball. Wasn't all orthodox there, but they managed to keep it in, though. Auckland coming forward. Oh, Munraj, hands of doom, but...
Wow, just couldn't find that last one, but that drag.
That first one? Holy... Here's Amanjot searching. Is this his time to step up in this men's 5th and 6th match? And big corner call.
That was good play by, just lazy running, I think, by Auckland. Is that right? Yeah,
I think they went through with the stick and then continued through with the legs, and it's a real breakdown tackle around the dotted circle.
That was a good run by Amanjot. Probably the best we've seen this game so far. Just got a bit of space and kept it simple.
Yeah, have a look at it here. You see that one, yeah. Stick and legs just going straight through.
I think Runnock just getting caught up there, right?
Yeah. It's tough when you got somebody with as sharp hands as Amanjot.
Just looked like he was cruising too, but I think he's probably cruising at our, Usain Bolt level.
And now here he is on the first bracket. Amanjot. It's unfortunate the trap was untidy from Vijay Soma. Now we've had a little bit of casualty of war there. Mihir.
Right here.
Yeah.
See where that's hit him.
Yeah, they've called it to be dangerous, so you'd assume it's somewhere up in the
chest. I think it was in his chest.
Yeah.
By the looks of his
upper half. Unfortunate for CD because they've done really well to get the penalty corner, and I mean, I as much as any have seen some of the flicking exploits of Amanjot.
Yeah.
I remember one here on this turf at that end in the Heritage Tournament that he absolutely ripped. Just untidy the trap.
Just maybe catching him on the ribs here, I think.
Yeah, we might be able to get a look at it on a replay shortly, but still 2-1 here. Auckland with the slight advantage. And just controlling here after a little period of success for CD. We've had the last sort of 3 or 4 minutes, including the goal scored by Joban Sidhu. And CD, if they can find a way to get through one more time before the end of the third quarter, would be huge in the context of things. But even at 2-1, it's all on. And now Manraj Gill, excellent pass. And they bring in more troops here, Auckland.
It's good to see Prettish out there. Pretzel, one of the senior players of the team.
Yeah. Just one thing to note while Auckland are coming forward here. Hitesh Patel just sneaking up in behind and playing that seagull role if they can go long to him. And yeah, identifies only 90 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, what a tackle. Sidhu, the goal scorer, and putting a show on as well. Joban, now there is the long ball. Hitesh, he's there. Oh no, it's just rolled off his stick.
Amani doing well, just keeping his head. Could have gone in for a lazy tackle and given away a PC maybe, but did well to keep his head.
It was actually a really interesting tactic there from Hitesh. He let Armani get the first trap on it, expected the little bounce off the stick and jumped on that rebound. That's showing a bit of experience.
Well cut out.
And now Jig on the ball, 30 seconds to go. CD's still trying to put pressure on, but Auckland with some space and time now through Manraj Gill, looks over.
That's great vision by Manraj there.
Yeah, and excellent placement too, that one for Rahul Nykards in the circle.
Couldn't get control.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, the low trajectory flick, which just skids on really quickly.
And a bit of power behind it too, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't lobbed. So
it was almost like a drag flick style overhead. As we see the teams walk in for their last couple of lollies here before the final quarter. CD scoring one back through Joban Sidhu, young striker who scored a cracker of a reverse stick goal. We see the CD team there in for their third quarter break. Some of the veterans in that shot, Milish. And well, they've got 15 minutes left here to potentially upset Auckland, as we do see the Auckland boys in shot. And some of the third quarter highlights. This one from Kishan, earning the first penalty corner of the quarter. This one untidy. It actually went in the goal. It was well worked, but the call not outside the circle on the initial trap.
Yeah, I think probably right call from down far because it just went straight up. And
this the goal from Sidhu.
Just a nice,
well placed on a spot. This will be a good view of it here. Like I said, turns on the reverse. Oh, there's not a lot of space there either.
Under the old toe with the size 13.
Yeah, now we saw a little bit of the AJ influence earning a penalty corner. This one, unfortunately, just untidy.
Yeah, just straight up with this thing, I think.
Yeah.
I think, that bump didn't help, though.
Just
needed a clean trap up there.
Yeah, and then this one, this work from Hitesh, just lost the handle there. That one, if he'd been able to tuck it past Armani Punga, it's all on. And that's the tail of it so far.
And for an exciting 15.
Yeah, that's it. Auckland, like we mentioned, probably were just in cruise control for a little bit of that middle part of the game. And CD jumped on their opportunity. They haven't had many of them. Jumped on it, converted one, and very nearly had another in the later stages of that third quarter. So all on here. Auckland v CD for 5th place at the 2024 NZIHC. Make sure you stick around for these final 15 minutes. And there's the shape from Auckland. Pretty much the whole game, that back three shape, 2-pointed contacts in the middle of the field. They use those triangles either side to manipulate space, but well cut out there. And sideline coming for Auckland. Again, CD just sitting in this zonal front press and trying to make the wing halves beat them. That intercept didn't come off. That one did, though. Upinda Dadra.
Just getting caught up there, Upinda.
Oh, that's Jig again, doing what he did in that first quarter. Just eliminating players who aren't 5 yards. And now an opportunity through Kishinasai. Cleaned up by Vijay Soma.
Yeah, pretty safe by Vijay there. And then you see Amanjot just get a little free hit, sideline free hit.
And all appealing for that miscued overhead. And the umpire's going to go and have a word.
Calling out Janish. Yep, sorry, sir. Won't happen again.
Won't happen again till the next contentious one.
Yep.
And now Auckland out. This time CD trying to put a little more pressure on where they can. Bit of space here for Rahul. It's come up off the sticks, falling there for Jaden Gosha. Still no call there. Couldn't believe it, the Auckland guys, but the ball was there for them if they just kept playing. Long corner coming the way of the men in green.
Oh, that's a nice flat pass.
And Raj just in the circle. What a cracking shot. It was so quick. I'm not entirely sure who saved it. I don't know if it was Milish's foot.
Yeah, I think so, maybe.
KP looked like he dived for the save, but I'm not sure he actually got to him.
No, I think he just missed it.
Look at this quick shot. Bang.
That's a touch. Something.
Yeah, perhaps the foot of Milish there.
Good awareness by Jig Z to see Munraj in the corner. Just a nice, hard, flat pass.
Yep.
You know, keeping it outside the circle.
And now, big one here for Auckland. It is Munraj. Saved on the line by the Yoggster.
That Yog, was it?
Yep. Yeah, as cool as you like. Yep. I think we saw in the game yesterday where Harbour played against him. You can't throw it at him in that little sort of low area. If you're going to go at his side, it's got to go high. And I'll get a reset. It's Munraj again. Oh. This time tries to go the other side and sprays it wide. Now AJ.
Janish getting stuck into it.
That's excellent defensive work there from CD on that penalty corner. The first one from Yogesh, what a save on the line because it was going. Kailish can't believe it, and unfortunately...
Kailish Leatham. Oh. That's not a green, that's a yellow.
No, that was yellow.
Might have said something naughty.
Yeah, I think he said, bro, my mum's naan is way better than your mum's naan.
Yeah. I'm sure Barbara would appreciate that.
And now CD, they're going to have to do it tough without Kailish Leatham for at least 5 minutes here. And here's Midish, Patel on the ball. And now through a couple of free hits. They're up towards the attacking zone. Midish searching. Big Sanjay. Oh, excellent tackle. Armani Panga. And now try and work this one out. Ranik Patel wins the free hit.
Just pretty cool, eh? The two young fellas there. Just Ranik and Armani just not panicking.
That might have actually been Pratish out there.
Oh, yeah. Good, so, yeah, sorry.
We'll call him young, but
yeah, we'll give him that.
it's probably a highlight for him. Called young on the live stream. Here come Auckland out of their own end. This one there is Ranik.
I see a bit of a change of position. Janish usually plays up front, but he's defence midfield.
This one's going to fall here for Jigs. The edge of the circle, Manraj Gill. Yeah. You can often tell when they top them like that it's back of the stick just got a little bit away from him there. And now they go down to the goal scorer, Joban Sidhu. Going to take on Ranik. Oh.
Nice little bit of skill there by Joban.
Yeah, absolutely. I confused him for AJ earlier in the game, and I think now you can see why. Oh, penalty corner coming the way of CD. They're doing it with only 10 on the pitch. And a lot of it coming from the young striker, Joban Sidhu.
And mixing it up with Amanjot.
And this one, huge opportunity. S-Man, if they can score with 10 on the pitch against this Auckland side, get their man back on and set up the last 6 minutes of excitement here. This would be epic for CD.
Just not many up for the bracket.
If they can get a clean trap here, love to see some of the exploits of AJ. It's better. Oh, on the line. Now they go the other way. We'll see a replay of that in just a second. But it could be a goal replay if Auckland go quickly. Here's Jaden Gosha. Still going. And free hit for Vijay Soma.
That was the,
yeah, we'll go back to that goal, that penalty corner here.
That was captain. How's that?
Yeah.
Just all eyes on the ball, mate. And great save just back into Dills, and they just cleaned that up nicely.
Yeah, scored the second goal for Auckland and now saving one on the line there.
Yeah,
Kish
so
Narsai.
2 on the score sheet for you, Kish.
Yeah. You're right, I think just bounced back onto the hand pad there of Big Dill.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And away it went.
End-to-end stuff here.
Yeah, this is building here for a nice little last 5 or 6 minutes between these two sides.
Yeah, just wonder if CD will risk taking the keeper off just to see, just test it, you know?
Yeah, it's they'll have to get back to 11 players first
yeah.
Of course, but it might be an opportunity. Like I say, as much as it's hard to get up for a 5th and 6th game, no team wants to finish on a loss if they can. It's a long 12 months till you get another crack in these jerseys, so here comes CD Midish trying to link up with Joban, but he's hooked that one.
Probably want to do that again.
Yeah, that looks like he's been down the Dannyvert golf course. Spraying it off the first tee there, Midish. Now Auckland with the spread. Got a bit of space here through Kishan Narsai. It's going to fall here for Ranik Patel. He doesn't quite know where he's going, but straight onto the foot is where it ends.
Yeah, just smart play by Ranik there. He probably ran himself out of room for a shot, so...
Yeah, coming back towards the middle of the circle.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's space out here on the right, but hey...
Yeah, we'll have a look at it here. It's just fallen to him on the overlap. Opted not to go on that forehand and found the foot though of Upinda Dadra. And now we talk from penalty corner one end. We go back the other way. CD are back to 11 players. We see Kylish Leatham just back on at halfway. And full bracket here for Auckland. And they lay it under to Jigs for the upright from L1, and little high, a lot of wide.
Yes, yeah.
And like you said, S-Man waited for the 11 players, and off comes KP for CD. So you can see there, no goalkeeper in the cage for Central Districts. They're going to give 4.5 minutes to try and find an equaliser.
Yep.
And remember, no recurring points or anything from pool play. This is just a straight up 5th versus 6th. Whoever wins it, whether it's a shootout,
that's how it finishes.
Is the winner, yep. CD perhaps think they fancy their chances just with an extra player up the front for them.
Well, we saw they got a bit of got a few results here when they had hits just floating up high.
Yeah, so now just slightly off screen, you can't quite see it, but they've got Hiddish and Middish kind of both floating up around those baseline T-junctions, and Amanjot
just got
Yeah, I'm not sure he could believe it. He thought he'd turned him about 6 times.
a few spins on the dance floor. But,
and now Auckland trying to play some expansive hockey. They go. Remember, it's...
that's... See you later.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if that's not yellow. There it is.
Yeah.
Yellow, the flavour of the day, and they've just undone the 11-man advantage that they had.
Yeah,
Yogs will be done for the day.
Unfortunate, but that's rubbish hockey, Brad.
It was a breakdown really, and now they've been forced to bring their goalkeeper back on.
Yep.
With such a number disadvantage, especially where the ball is in the field. So KP will come back on, and they're going to have to do it the hard way here at CD.
Yeah, you can see where it's going straight away, this overlap here.
Yep.
Just being patient. And you can see that one player overlap, right?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, especially because CD are still trying to play with that high striker and Joban Sidhu, so they're actually going to be 2 players short here somewhere. And Auckland, they know they don't have to force it here. It is still 11 on 10, despite having a goalkeeper back in, and it's a late call.
Just on the, I think, just a little push. Which I think CD might have to be careful if they do anything silly in this 25. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They can't afford that.
No. Not only at the chance of a goal, but the time off the clock that it will take a penalty corner. And now I'd be surprised if that's not gone as well.
Yeah.
Just got tangled up, Ranik.
Yeah, just...
And I think if you do remember, he's the one that conceded the penalty corner a little earlier for a tangle up. So yellow card there both ways, 10 on 10. Let's see if we can finish with some fast fives. Oh.
Wow.
It's gone a couple of ping pong shots there along the baseline. Manraj Gill for
I think he's
Auckland.
claiming that he had full control. He did do that pretty well, though. It was a pretty smart play.
I was going to say, it wouldn't surprise me if he did have full control. He's incredibly skillful. Manraj Gill. So a lot of these players. In Auckland, look, you see them just taking time here.
No, we are 10 v 10, so the Kieran, CD could have taken Kieran off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And looking, it's back to even, which may as well be 11 v 11. But now CD, it's 3 on 4.
Kalish doing well there, forcing the free hit. No options, but
here is Joban Sidhu. 3D, he's beaten 1. He's in the circle. Sidhu on big penalty corner.
Yeah, I think rush of blood there, but
yeah, Janish just saw it get up off the stick and try to get it away as quickly as possible, but it's straight over the back line.
Yeah, didn't realise. Great run by Joe Harbour there.
He knew it as soon as it had come off his stick.
Yeah, who's right behind him, though? Amanjot. So
yeah. And now with about 25 seconds left on the clock. Remember, there's a couple extra seconds for the goalkeeper subs from our clock, but about 20 seconds left here. This will be the final go of it. CD, can they equalise? Penalty corner.
Oh.
Wow. Well run there by Auckland. That'll be all she wrote. He got a hold of it, AJ, but the first runner got a stick out there, and that one's gone flying over the goal. Very nearly at the death. What a cliffhanger there for CD. And S-Man, despite a pretty dominant first quarter and a half, Auckland hang on in the end to take home the 5th and 6th playoff.
Yeah, it's like we said earlier, that it's a hard one to get up for. But yeah, it's that's tournament stuff. We spoke about all that. Good guts shown by CD to claw one back, and they certainly had the best of that last quarter. But yeah, just maybe an extra 5 minutes. You never know what was going to happen, right?
That's it. They'd grown from confidence. It took them a long time to get started. It was probably midway through the third quarter, when they scored that goal and really started to find their feet and get things going. So, excellent finish there from CD, but like I said, probably just not enough on the clock to really get one going past Auckland. And you said tough game to get up for, but I'm glad these two teams put on a pretty exciting game come that last 15 minutes. It was a great finish to the tournament for both teams, and Auckland walk away with 5th place.
Yep.
CD 6th. And though it's probably not where Auckland would have wanted to be, it's millimetres in at this tournament. Like you said, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 have been their 3 scores. And we're down on the turf with the world's favourite Indian, Javan Danji, making his sideline debut. Javan, over to you.
Hi, I'm with Keish here, the winning captain. Came away with a close win there. How do you feel about that game there?
Oh, it was a tough battle. All credit to CD. They came out firing. A little bit flat today, but yeah, all credit goes to CD. They put out a good performance, put us under the pump. And yeah, it's a good way to finish.
Nice. And before we wrap you up, do you have any acknowledgements or thank yous you would like to say?
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you for North Harbour for putting on a great QBT. It was really fun, and all the facilities here are amazing. So yeah, and thank you to our coach Juice and Kez and our manager Priya. And yeah, thanks for all the supporters for coming out as well. So yeah.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm with Amanjot here from CD. Great tournament. What are some highlights of this tournament for you?
The first game, we scored a lot of goals in that game, and obviously over the few days we got good together as a team and had some fun together, which was good.
Yeah, nice. And who would you like to thank for this, for you guys, CD, coming here in this tournament?
Firstly, just the CD family and everyone that comes down and supports us, and obviously the North Harbour facility for putting this great tournament on. And yeah, thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you to both captains. Thank you both teams. And this is Jay signing off.
Cheers, Javan. Always good to hear from some players straight after the battle. And like both teams said there, massive shout out to the tournament organisers, NZI, and of course North Harbour Indian Sports Club. The facility we've got here has been absolutely fantastic. And what a way to start day 3 there with that battle between CD and Auckland. S-Man, we'll see some more men's A action a little bit later. But it's been a pretty successful tournament all around that men's A section, and a great game to finish there.
Yeah, I think so. It's great to see. Like we talked about it earlier in the piece, just the introduction of the two extra teams to make it an eight person. But yeah, hey, how do we make it better? If anyone's got any ideas, I think it's great to have 8 teams in there. But that's me personally. But even for you, that it's great to have different faces. Yeah. Maybe we find another young player, like look at Joe Harbour today, shining out amongst the senior players. But we've got younger players all across the park, and hey, they're all itching to play A grade. Do we do it this way and bring them in too quick, or do we leave them in the B grade? It's a toss-up for NZI and our members to go through.
Yeah, I think the exciting thing for some of those young players is they get an opportunity to compete at the highest level, and with some of the players that we've had on show this weekend already, what a cool opportunity, and no shortage of that coming up. We'll be back, of course, shortly with the men's B section game between Waikato and Pukekohe, that one just after 10 o'clock. For those joining us online, I've been Brad Pittman, joined by Suresh Wallab. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.